Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 646. Before getting into this reading, chances are most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it so you don't miss an upload. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships, so if you do decide to subscribe and support my channel, thank you very much. And I also want to let you know that if you do hear noise in the background, nothing I can do about that, but I do believe it's happening for a reason, so if you feel called to, maybe you could, if anything, if you ever hear anything that stands out to you, you might be able to trust yourself on that. But I'm going to start with interpreting 646. So this number, there's a strong energy of unconditional love and the devil. I'm also picking up on death, which you will realize why when we get further into this reading. But yeah, there's a cycle here that needs to come to an end, a self-destructive cycle, whether you're beating yourself up, beating yourself up mentally, emotionally, really just dwelling in heavy feelings, heavy thoughts. But that's okay. That's just a sign that there's something here that needs to be processed and let go, especially with the number 4. I really feel that you are being called to find more stability. It feels mostly focused on emotional stability. It's important for you to find closure with something. I did pick up on the world energy earlier. But yeah, you want to find emotional stability so that way you can find or don't risk losing financial, material stability. I just saw 2, 3, 4, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. This reading is going to be very specific, so if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. I upload every day. But adding up 646, 12, 16, and that 16 comes down to a 7, even if I didn't do my math right. I still believe that the number 7 here is significant, which for me is a sign about wisdom. I have this card that I made that says, if feeling better isn't enough motivation to help you heal, remember that it also develops your psychic abilities. And for some reason I wanted to say psychic strengths. You can activate those or tap into those. If you're experiencing a lot of pain, a lot of heaviness, know that that is a reflection of potential. I'm also feeling mirroring energy here for someone, which is interesting. There could be an energy here where it's time to look yourself in the mirror, be honest with yourself, but also be patient and kind. Yeah, it's like structure balanced with kindness. For some reason I wanted to say nature balanced with nurture. I feel like balancing nature and nurture is like about balancing reality with being kind to yourself about that reality, being honest, but recognizing the human in yourself and giving yourself time to grieve in the time that you need to grieve. Whatever you're feeling called to let go, I feel like there's a strong energy here wanting to encourage you to be patient with yourself. So now that I'm done interpreting that number, for this reading, or, you know, getting into the cards part of it, or just, you know, whatever. I'm going to do things a little bit differently than how I've been doing them, or a lot differently. I'm going to start with going through these notes that I took before the reading, because this reading feels very, very guided. So like I said, if it doesn't resonate, if there's a lot of messages that don't resonate, that's okay. I just think that that's a reflection of how that energy is hard to describe. Never mind. So I'm going to get into the context of this reading. That's what these notes are about. And I just saw 1, 2, 3. Trust that everything happens for a reason. I felt called to take notes for a reason. I actually think that what I might do for now, I don't know if I'll keep doing it forever, but taking notes to get the context of the reading, so that way, you know, the messages can be clearer. I just think it'll be really helpful for me. But starting with the numbers 333 and 444. We already talked about the number 4 and 646 about stability. So if you see 444, remember that that is about stability. It could also be a warning about a devil energy, your own self-destructive habits working against you because you are potentially ignoring something that needs to be addressed, or you're just, you know, you don't understand it as much as you want to. And then the number 333, I literally just saw 222. Wow. That 222, 333, 444. How else do I say this? It's just another message to trust that everything happens for a reason in the way that it's meant to. Whatever loss you're going through, it's there to offer wisdom. And I wanted to say guidance. There is something to gain from this situation. And I also feel something significant here about change. Maybe there's like you need to rethink how you look at life, which can definitely be scary. But it's more so about your perspectives on life and death and loss and change and new beginnings, cycles. The universe, your spirit guides really, really want to teach you something or show you something spiritual, practical about yourself, your experiences, your experience in this reality. You matter. There's purpose in the things that you went through. And just because we don't understand it, that doesn't mean it's magic, I want to say. I believe that there's a logical explanation for everything, but it can only look like magic sometimes because we don't fully understand it. And I saw 333. So that 333 is about healing, letting go, communicating, expressing yourself, really letting yourself process something, not only with honesty, but also kindness. There's also, I want to read the next thing in these notes. It says, estranged parent/child relationship, strong energy. This is a strong type of connection here, but it can also be for any connection dynamic where a strong bond has been experiencing separation. It can be a connection with a living or a non-living source, person, animal, etc. And in these notes, that is where death is significant. Again, so this could be death in the literal sense, or it could be death in a spiritual sense, the ending of a cycle. Remember that with endings come beginnings. Remember that this is just a transition period in your life, and recognizing that does not minimize how you feel or what you're going through. It's just fair to yourself, to be honest. But that's why kindness to yourself is so, so important. A lot of us forget to be kind to ourselves, especially when we're going through our hardest times. So that unconditional love energy from the number 6 is coming through again, the devil energy. There is some way that you are doing yourself a disservice, whether you're ignoring something from within or something outside of you. It's time to really, really look inward. to process, to heal, to gain knowledge, wisdom, to develop your skills, to pursue your purpose, to truly understand the depths of your dreams and your deepest desires. There's also a distinction here between intentional estrangement and non-intentional estrangement. If separation is intentional, someone here is not understanding or connecting with someone or something. This could be just you, the other person. If there is another person, it could be both parties. And then non-intentional. For guidance for this group of people, I actually got song lyrics from the song Like a Prayer by Madonna. And the song lyrics were, I hear you call my name, and it feels like home, just like a prayer. Your voice can take me there, just like a muse to me. You are a mystery, just like a dream. You are not what you seem. And something here could feel very dreamlike or surreal about something. Change can definitely be shocking. And I think it's important for you to address the shock, understand it, and do what you need to do to make things feel normal again. Like, the biggest message here is healing. Because trauma can really distort things and make us undervalue ourselves. Really, really feeling into this song. There's two parties in this situation. First, let me say that I also have noticed it says no matter the intention, one or both parties are praying or connecting with the universe about this situation. And the other party, if it resonates, does know that you are connecting, trying to find answers, trying to find closure. They might be too. Just like a prayer, your voice can take me there, just like a muse to me. You are a mystery. I feel confusion in this energy, and I feel like it's coming from shock. This you are not what you seem. Now, I'm not going to bother interpreting that because it's a very, very deep lyric, and I want you to interpret what it means, the phrase, you are not what you seem. And also, that also doesn't have to resonate for everybody either. But let me see, is there anything else? Yeah, at the top of the notebook, the paper, I said separation is an illusion. So this is a reminder for somebody that you still feel this strong bond, this strong connection for a reason. You might be separated physically, but you are definitely not separated emotionally, spiritually. Is there anything else? I just feel like there's like some deep awareness, some deep wisdom that the universe, your spirit guides, potentially past loved ones, past pets, that they want to share with you. I hope that made sense, because I just feel really concentrated on the energy because it feels so strong. So it can be kind of hard to put what I'm feeling into words sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to drawing out 3 cards from this box of cards, which are cards I made myself, if you didn't already know. So the first card that I have is the Ten of Pentacles. It says legacy, inheritance, culmination of life's journeys, fulfillment, hard work, and path full of joy. And then the number 10 first for me is a sign that your spirit guides are definitely near you, around you, trying to support you, guide you, offer you the comfort that you need. And I just saw 10, 10, 10. There's really, it feels like a lot of warmth around you, or coming from a specific spirit guide, many spirit guides. I just really feel like the spirit realm, spirit world, whatever you want to call it, the other side is trying to connect with you. I'm really picking up on strong mirroring energy again. Stranger Things feels like it's a significant show coming through for someone. You might be experiencing some strange things. There's something significant here as well about desensitizing yourself, and healing will really, really help you desensitize. Things can and will feel normal again. For me personally, I find it helpful, like really struggling with the harder things in life. For me personally, it helps to deduce it down to this is just a change. Things are just different. And I know that might not work for everybody. But, you know, it's important for you to find what does work for you, because you can heal. You can find closure. You can benefit from this in a good way, in a spiritual way. The Ten of Pentacles means that something in the physical world has come to an end. It really confirms a strong emotional connection or bond that still persists despite the separation. I think it said empath, full of joy. Someone here could be an empath, and it's important to learn how to be a healthy empath, making sure you're not connecting or attaching yourself to things that are not healthy for you. But empath, full of joy, it's, if you're going through a really difficult loss, it can almost seem comical to see that empath full of joy. It's not, the situation can bring joy in the sense of healing. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. Something came to an end for a reason. And I want to say it's like designed to push you to look within yourself, to grow, not only as a person, emotionally, mentally, but also spiritually as a soul, as a spirit, ascension, spiritual awakenings, that type of thing. Next, I have Temperance, which is a major arcana card. It says 14, with moderation, avoid extremes, maintain balance and harmony. 14 on this card, it comes down to the number 5. Numbers in general might be significant for someone. If you feel like you're getting signs of numbers, you're getting them for a reason, so pay attention. And what something means to you does not have to mean the same thing as someone else. Whatever you put meaning to is how the universe will communicate with you. So for you, 444 is stability. That number is showing up for that reason, to remind you about something related to stability. That's just one example. But the number 14, that comes down to the number 5. Change, transformation, movement. Something is definitely changing here for somebody. These are big, very uncomfortable, very challenging changes. But it's very important for you that life works the way that it does for a reason. And I can't tell you what that reason is, because as a spiritual person myself, sometimes all you can tell yourself is everything that happens for a reason. I feel confident that it's really hard to describe this energy, but the Temperance card, I feel like the extreme here is, let me think. It's more like a way of thinking, a way of feeling, maybe a way of doing. There could be some sort of disconnect within yourself that needs to be reconnected through reconnecting with yourself on whatever level you need, with your higher self, your inner child, your shadow, you know. I just really, really feel that there are some spiritual concepts that you can gain from this, that the unknown that you feel won't have to be unknown anymore, because you'll learn, you'll gain wisdom. I believe as humans is what we do. But I got a vision of the Temperance card that I have that has like an angel on it, So there's definitely someone, something here with you in spirit, trying to connect with you, really trying to support you and help you continue the journey that you're on in this thing called life. And I just saw 555, which is so interesting, because when I was talking about 444, and then I went to talk about the number 5, I thought, well, maybe 555 is significant, but I didn't say it. But yeah, change it's really, really hard to cope with, especially if you never really got a fair chance when you were younger to build healthy perspectives about change and about life and about death. And there is something here that you can invest in to help you express, process, transmute the heaviness that you are feeling. And I wanted to say that you are fearing. It's very hard to face difficult emotions, and sometimes it's not about healing, is not about processing and expressing and reflecting. Sometimes it's just about letting yourself feel. That's part of processing too. Not everything has to be a logical process. So I feel like the guidance here is whenever you feel, let me think. It's important to know the difference between when you should, and part of processing this, when you should try to change your perspective, try to reason with yourself, and when you should just let yourself feel and just not have to worry about reflecting on the feeling, trying to understand it, and just letting it be. Whenever you're feeling the most stubborn, that is the worst time to try to reason with yourself. I say that from experience. So whenever you're feeling the strongest, the most stubborn, just let yourself feel. Do what you need to do to express in that moment. That 333 energy is coming through again. I said this in a recent reading. Okay, so it says, remember that anger is sadness's mask. Don't let this loss, the sadness, turn into anger and then apathy and then creating a life that you don't deserve. It's okay to be sad. Okay, so it's okay to be angry too, but I'm saying don't let it fester. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to feel and express anger, but not to hold on to it, because that's not what you deserve. If you have any loved ones from the other side, they want you to know as well that's not what you deserve. I recently watched this video of this woman where her dad passed away, and this guy was giving random hugs to people and this woman was very stubborn, and I think what he told her, let me think for a second, it's been a little while since I watched it. He told her that this isn't what your dad would want for you. You know, crying in a Walmart, which, if you don't know what Walmart is, that's a grocery store here in the United States. But, I mean, I don't know if it's international, it doesn't matter. But it was kind of like, yeah, as silly as it may sound. It can come off as harsh too, but that is just not what they would want for you. And they really say that with a lot of kindness, a lot of love, a lot of patience, and I just really think they're trying to help redirect you to finding a sense of direction and meaning in life. I'm feeling something strong here again about prayer. Maybe you have been praying, and the universe wants you to know that you're heard. So pay attention, type of thing. Like, the universe is trying to communicate with you about it, and I just saw 222. 222 is about balance. needing to let go of something, release something. I did see that earlier when I saw 333. Something is interfering with your sense of harmony, peace, balance. I think it's time to flow more with life rather than resist it or go against it. Learning how to flow is really, I think it could really help bring some peace to someone. When I paused the video, something caught my eye at the corner of my bed. It says, life could be a dream. I feel like you do have a dream deep down, even if you don't know it. There's something unique about you that you can do that makes you feel so happy and so fulfilled. Fulfillment feels like a big thing here for someone, but it might take some hard work, and I want you to know that you are worth the hard work. That's something that helped me got through challenging times myself, just telling myself that I'm worth it. Because it's the truth. Remember, be honest with yourself. But that's one of those things where it's like a mix of honesty but also kindness. It's true that you're worth it, but it's also kind to recognize that about yourself. You deserve kindness, especially from yourself. And I also feel like, since I saw this at the corner of my bed and I saw the word rest on the corner of my bed, on that same thing that says dream, oh my god, rest is about, I felt a sign to just let yourself rest, especially if you feel like you need to express more rather than reason with yourself. Focus on expressing yourself more, and that's another good way to process and to heal. I saw 1, 2, 3. Trust that everything happens for a reason. You're being called to rest for a reason. And when I saw the word, or when I put the words dream and rest together, you might want to pay attention to your actual dreams, whether, sleeping dreams or waking dreams, your aspirations or what you actually dream about when you go to sleep. Universe, your spirit guides, someone from the other side might be trying to communicate with you through your dreams. So maybe it could be helpful as well to keep a dream journal if you feel called to.